arch rivals clash as the Indianapolis Colts meet the Tennessee Titans in the 1999 AFC Divisional Playoffs.
At the close of the 1998 season, it appeared the Indianapolis Colts were stuck in quicksand. They were 3-13 for the second consecutive season. But then, in 1999, the Colts shook off this sinking feeling to produce the greatest single-season turnaround in NFL history. They won 10 more games than the previous year to finish 13-3. And their reward was the opportunity to host a playoff game for the first time since moving to Indianapolis in 1984.
The 1999 Indianapolis Colts came from the back of the pack to win a surprising AFC East title. And for the franchise's first home playoff game in 22 years, over 57,000 rowdy Colts fans packed the RCA Dome, ready to tear the roof off. But Jim Mora was probably waiting for it to cave in. He entered the game as the only head coach in NFL history with over 100 career victories and no playoff wins. However, during Mora's 4 postseason losses with the Saints, he didn't have quarterback Peyton Manning, the AFC's leading passer. This time around, Mora also had the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year, Edgerrin James, the league's first rookie rushing champion since Eric Dickerson in 1983. And Mora had a third offensive weapon in Marvin Harrison, who led the NFL with 1,663 receiving yards. In contrast to Mora's division champs, Jeff Fisher's team would have been home watching the game on television, but for one dream of a play in the wild card round.
Do the Titans have a miracle left in them in what has been a magical season to this point? Christie kicks it high and short. Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Pitches it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson. He's got something.
Down the sideline. Only Christie down there to stop.
He's got something. 50, he's got it. 40, he's got it. 20, 10, he's got it. End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle. Tennessee has pulled a miracle.
Fisher's team arrived in Indianapolis with a distinct sense of belief and a talented roster of its own. Tennessee had quarterback Steve McNair, a double threat to dominate with both his arm and his legs. They had Javon Kearse, the NFL's Defensive Rookie of the Year. And their top rusher was inspirational leader Eddie George.
No one believes but us. No one believes but us. Remember, it's our time. It is our time. The most important thing is how we come out at the start of the game. No matter what special team is up, we got to lay the law. Let's kick some ass. Let's go. We know what to do. Let's go. We're going to do it. Let's go. Ladies, here we go. Let's do it. Let's go now.
But for the Titans, playing in the hostile RCA Dome against a team and a city starving for a winner, advancing to the AFC Championship game would take more than just divine intervention. It would take sheer force of will.
Let's just go hard the whole day, man. Let's come out on top, baby.
Dominate on 3. 2 a slide out with a 1, 2, 3, dominate!
Tennessee's cornerbacks were confident but green, with only 5 years of pro experience between them. So Peyton Manning and the AFC's top offense decided to test them on the game's first play.
You've got
got Samari Roll, a young corner. You've got Denard Walker, a young corner. That's the weakness of this defense is their corner position.
Manning takes a straight drop. Pressure coming. Throws left side. Looking. It is incomplete.
The 26-yard penalty was the Colts' largest gain of the first quarter. The Titans secondary clamped down to force a punt on the opening possession. Dealing with an amped-up crowd, Tennessee fared no better the first time they had the ball. Indianapolis's 18th-ranked defense was missing starting middle linebacker Cornelius Bennett, but still managed to stymie Eddie George in the first quarter.
The middle. He is hit short of the 10-yard line.
Well, they're very committed to run Eddie George. They don't care what the down and distance is. So the Colts have got to eliminate him as their number one target.
Both teams have had the ball once, and both teams have had to punt it.
Who's going to block? This guy, the wheel comes right. He's got 57. He didn't make the tackle. What's going on? Eddie should be following you. Eddie went to the other side. Eddie went back inside. Yeah, let's take a look at it.
You can't really see it.
Yeah, we slipped him.
You get back to this. Yeah, I saw the safety down there.
He's made the tackle.
Yeah, right. Well, for whatever reason, they said that you did a good job in one technique, right? Yeah. For whatever reason, he didn't like this and came back. That's all.
Hey.
Try to stay in that hole.
Come on now, you got to press that hole.
On Indy's next possession, Jeff Fisher's defense was determined to press the holes and make known their intentions to play a physical game.
Peyton sets the throw, fires one upfield, caught by Harrison at the 49, first down. He's got to be wrestled down. No, he never hit. Now 5 guys hit him. Blow the whistle, somebody. That play was stopped about 3 seconds ago.
Well, the defense wants to send a message. They're going to hit you every chance they get. That's their style of football. They like to hit you in the face and play good, tough defense.
On the very next play, a referee's decision gave the Colts the game's first major break.
Downfield, fires it out in the flat, caught by Terrence Wilkins. He breaks one tackle inside the Tennessee 40, fumbled the football. The Titans are lobbying, saying it's their ball. The Colts have a first down inside the Tennessee 40. I thought Tennessee came up with it. The ball might have hit out of bounds. That's what happened. Marcus Robertson touched the ball out of bounds. Otherwise, they've got it.
After retaining possession, the Colts' rookie rushing champion finally found some space in which to operate.
That's the edge. An outstanding cutback runner. Popping off a sharp gain of 12 yards, just 21 and a half. Gained over 2,000 yards. He is very dangerous.
Though he led the NFL with 17 touchdowns, the edge couldn't quite reach the end zone. He was, however, able to set up the league's top scorer.
Mike Vanderjagt has hit 26 field goals in a row. This will be a 40-yard attempt. Bradford Banner will snap it. Snap is there. The kick is on its way. Looks down Main Street. It is good. And the Colts have the early lead. 7:13 left first quarter. Colts 3, Tennessee nothing.
On the Tennessee sideline, the Titans schemed to slow down James.
Because I know I got this guy coming here. He's cutting it all over the place. Make sure you're a C-gap guy. 7 technique, all right? Because he's cutting the ball back. Here we go. Off 11 slide. Hammer from safety single. Because right now, we will knock the out of the front side run, and Blaine can get side adjustment on the weak side.
Blaine is number 23, Blaine Bishop. After another Tennessee punt, the Titans implemented a more aggressive defensive front, meant to neutralize James' slashing style. Reacting to the immediate strong side handoff, number 55, Eddie Robinson, penetrated, forcing James to cut back to the unblocked Bishop on the weak side.
Hole closed very quickly as Bishop came up, and he's quite a closer.
Originally, it looks like the running backs really got someplace to go. Bishop comes up faster than any strong safety I've ever seen to close that gap and make the tackle.
With the defense holding up its end, Steve McNair and the offense needed to figure out a way to score points against the surprisingly resilient Colts defense.
If you check it, perfect decision. Throw to this guy. Make him make the play. If you don't like it, then on that side right there, bam. You still got that guy and that guy.
The Titans' passing game functioned best when Steve McNair could get into a rhythm. And when the Colts secondary started hanging loose, McNair picked them apart with underneath passes.
seeing right now is that McNair is going to be a tough guy to get down. You may get to him, but you're not getting him down, and he's getting the ball away and making completions. Takes the snap, drops straight back, fakes it. Eddie George looks to throw. Hit as he throws, but it's caught by Dyson. Dyson gives ground back to the 40-yard line, but he's got a first down in Colts territory.
In the closing seconds of the first quarter, tight end Frank Wycheck was stacked up, creating a 3rd and 2 situation that again brought the fans to life.
This crowd is really revved up. Also, almost every fan here has a white Colts towel, and when they're waving them, they create quite a distraction.
Crowd really trying to help out. McNair takes the snap, takes the inside handoff, being chased by Carter.
Rolling right side, McNair in trouble, dives forward, still churning forward. He gets near the 30, but does not have his first down. He'll be about a half-yard short.
The stuff set up Al Del Greco, the NFL's 9th all-time leading scorer, for a 49-yard field goal attempt.
Snap, set, kick on the way, winding downfield, and gone! Al Del Greco has knotted the score.
15 minutes and 4 seconds had produced a mere 6 points. The offensive shootout the Colts had hoped for was turning into a defensive stalemate. In the first quarter, Colts offensive coordinator Tom Moore watched the Titans hold Peyton Manning to just 29 passing yards. To help open up the aerial attack, Moore looked to get Edgerrin James more involved. 10 times during the regular season, James rushed for over 100 yards. The Titans were determined not to be his 11th victim.
Blitz is picked up. Edgerrin cuts outside, maintains his balance, spins forward to the 32-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Neither club has had much success on offense today, as witnessed the score. We're early in the second quarter, tied at 3. See if the Colts can pick up a first down. Manning, he'll give it to Edgerrin James. Edgerrin's not going to make it. He ain't going to get close. He's lost the couple. You got to come up with something different than this, because the running game is just flat not going, and the momentum is beginning to swing to the boys from Tennessee.
Good job right there. Hey, good job. Way to knock. They used a fake call on him.
Yeah, that's right. He said right, and Terry came up in the core to yell it. Hey, you're doing a damn good job. We're going to make a big play, okay? No, you're going to make a big play. Try to hear the call when we got directional call.
Javon, when you run that easy, all right, you run it easy, and the tackle blocks down on the 3, you ought to be coming right off his ass, bringing smoke, killing that guy.
After another Titans punt, the Colts finally found ground success by attacking Tennessee's best defensive weapon, Javon Curse.
Manning takes the snap, gives it Edgerrin on the right side, turns a corner at the 20, outside of the 25, stays on his feet, out to the 29-yard line.
Well, as good as Javon Curse is, they're going to run at him. They're not big at the point of attack, and that's what you do. Run right at Javon Curse. He's only 260 pounds.
As Tennessee brought more defenders closer to the line to stop the run, opportunities started to open up downfield. And unfortunately for Indy, 3 plays later, they received the game's second major break.
Takes the snap, drops straight back, pump fake, looks again, throws it down the middle of the field. E.G. Green is there. He got it. What a catch at the 22-yard line.
Peyton had good protection that time. He pumped right, and then he found E.G. down the seam all alone. He lays out for it.
That was a 33-yard play, and the Colts are knocking on the door at the Tennessee 22. But E.G. Green has not gotten up.
In the collision with safety Marcus Robertson, E.G. Green fractured his right fibula. He was forced to leave the game, putting even more pressure on an already depleted Colts receiving corps.
The Colts deactivated 2 wide receivers for this game. If E.G. Green is out, then that means they're going to have to go to Jerome Pathan. He has not had a catch since November the 14th.
E.G. on the stretcher, the right side immobilized the right leg, and he's going to get a tremendous play. He's heading in the locker room, pumping his fist as he goes. That was a great catch he just made, and let's hope the Colts can finish it off here.
edge lifted the burden off the passing game, once again slashing his way into Mike Vanderjagt's field goal range.
To be another 40-yard effort for Mike Vanderjagt. He's made one today. Steve Walsh to hold. The snap, the ball is down, the kick is on the way. It looks good. It is. And the Colts have a 6-3 lead.
The Colts had capitalized on Green's big game, but the impact of his loss still remained to be seen. As the Music City Miracle proved a week earlier, the Titans' kickoff return team was always a threat to make a game-changing play.
Goal line, going to bring it out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, on his feet to the 40, 45, and take it down at the 46-yard line.
He hit the gap and shot it straight up the field for the nice return.
On 3rd and 6 from midfield, Steve McNair followed Derek Mason's lead, taking the ball directly up the gut. His 29-yard scramble accounted for nearly half of the Titans' first-half rushing total. Jeff Fisher then turned his quarterback's arm loose, taking a shot at the end zone. The Titans would have to settle for a short field goal attempt by Al Del Greco.
Trying to tie it from 37 yards, Del Greco. Snap, set, kick. Del Greco quiets the mass here at the RCA Dome by kicking it through the uprights to tie the game at 6 with 3:15 remaining in the second period. The situation upcoming, obviously a 2-minute type end of the half drive. That's where Manning excelled.
Though only a second-year pro, Peyton Manning had already become one of the NFL's best at running the 2-minute drill.
Goes to the right side, looks on the run, fires it upfield, caught by Wilkins, 30, 40, and hauled out of bounds at about the 43.
Indianapolis can make it happen from anywhere.
Sets up, looks, fires one over the middle, caught by Harrison, first down at the 44 of Tennessee. Now the Colts will go without a huddle with 1:15 left in the first half. Plenty of time now. Back to throw is Manning, good protection, fires one upfield, and he's caught by Jerome Payton at the 40, 35, drives for the first down. Manning looks, steps up, rolls to the right side. He's going to run. He's at the 30 and slides down around the 26-yard line. Now the 32 seconds left in the half. Manning takes the snap, looks for the quick throw, throws the punt at the 20, down to 17.
Manning led an 11-play, 66-yard drive deep into Titan territory to set up Mike Vanderjagt's third field goal attempt of the half.
Mike Vanderjagt will try to give the Colts a halftime lead. Waiting for the snap is Steve Walsh. Hands outstretched, puts it on the ground. Vanderjagt's kick is on the way. It is good. The Colts have the lead heading to the locker room. 3 field goals to 2, 9-6.
Vanderjagt's field goal hat trick had Colts supporters tipping their caps. But a second half brimming with uncertainty remained to be played. The deafening roar at the RCA Dome had given the Titans offense problems in the first half. But on the third play of the third quarter, Eddie George looked for a straightforward way to silence the partisan crowd.
This place is loud.
This place is very loud. It's close. 57,000 people, but they're all right on top of you.
Titans on first down.
Here comes blitz.
Blitz coming. Give Eddie George. Cuts back up the middle. 35 has room. 40.
He's out of here.
50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, in zone. 68 yards. Eddie George. Touchdown. Titans.
They brought the blitz up the middle with Barber. They ran the counter play. That's the Titans' favorite running play to Eddie George. They cut off the blitz. Eddie found a hole up the middle and shot like a straight bullet to the end zone.
For Eddie George, that is the second longest run of his career. He had a 76-yard run that did not go for a touchdown. September 8, 1996, his second game as a pro. And the Titans have grabbed their first lead.
Another look at the play shows how 17-year veteran number 74 Bruce Matthews sprung George for the touchdown. Matthews was able to read linebacker Mike Barber's blitz and drive him into the ground. The crushing block left nothing but a thundering herd of Colts defenders in futile pursuit of Eddie George.
He didn't get you, did he? He was coming up trying to get the ball out. Make sure you lock the ball.
That's a check with me running game. That goes all the way back to last year.
He's coming with a run in the pass. He's reading Blaine. When he goes to run, he goes check. 345, and he points this out.
You told him not. Okay, good.
He coming into the huddle with a pass and a run. He want to go to his run. He go check. 345, check, 345. Then they come with their run game, all right?
Well, let's call rabbit when we hear 345. Right?
A lot of what the Colts do in the running game is a check with me situation, and by that I mean Manning will come up to the line of scrimmage and he'll have a play called. They're either going right or going left, and Manning calls it at the line of scrimmage.
The Titans felt confident they had figured out Manning's line of scrimmage code. Number 55, Eddie Robinson, began calling out the direction of Indianapolis's running plays before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, that's just your check with me run right there. And how you blow that up is you get penetration. That's what they did right there on the right side of the line.
The ability to anticipate which way Edger and James would be running allowed Tennessee to hold the rushing champion to just 9 yards on 7 carries in the second half. And success stopping the run enabled Tennessee to put more heat on Manning.
If I need a blitz, I know it will be bananas. So get ready if I need it.
Let's see if they're really worth the 14 sacks. Can they hold up? Let's see. 12.
During the regular season, the Colts' offensive line surrendered an NFL low 14 sacks. And though the Titans continually brought pressure, they had been unable to tally an official quarterback takedown. With the Colts backed up under the shadow of their goalposts, the Titans would have another opportunity.
Have been on their heels after the 68-yard touchdown run by George.
And here's where they get to lower the boom on Peyton Manning. Manning drops straight back, pumps, fires it downfield, and Marvin stopped, and the ball went over his head. Everybody's on the wrong page today. Tennessee's doing a good job. They have completely taken Marvin Harrison out of the game. He has 3 catches for 30 yards.
For 2.5 quarters, the Titans kept the league's top receiver in check. But then on one play, Harrison nearly doubled his yardage total.
Harrison, who finds the ball at the 40.
Well, that's just a great play by Harrison right there. Manning just throws it at his back, and Harrison does a good job of stopping and catching the ball.
24-yard gain, and the Colts on the move.
The Colts' progress stalled just beyond midfield when James was stopped on a 3rd and 1, leaving the Indy coaching staff with a crucial decision.
The safe move, and generally the smart move, is to kick this away.
Instead, Jim Morris sent in a play designed to induce a defensive offsides penalty.
All right, the Colts going for it on 4th down.
The back is Shields. Now they go into split backs. Manning great with a hard count. And he draws his own man offside.
Is it going to be a call against the Colts? Now the Colts continue to argue. They worked on this all week.
He jumped. I don't know what they're so upset about.
What the Colts attempted to do there was simply move Meadows back to a wing position, which is legal. Jim Mora is irate with Johnny Greer. He is irate.
The penalty stood, forcing Indianapolis to punt again. And as the Colts' fatigue increased, so did the Titans' confidence.
They're weighing down over there. They're weighing down.
This is Jeff Fisher's ball game. This is his type of game right here. They're playing pretty darn good defense, control the football, put the onus back on the Colts.
Jeff Fisher stuck to his game plan. Grind down the Colts with his offensive line and Eddie George.
Now the Colts are really not slowing him down at all now. He has now rushed for 126 yards. We're in the third quarter.
That's a big, strong back, 6'3", 240, and he's about 3% body fat, so he's a real load in there.
And he's fighting his ass off. Told it, baby. Huh? And he's fighting his ass off. We got to fight our ass off.
Georgia's success running the ball opened up the passing game, allowing Tennessee to dominate the third quarter. Eddie George had tallied 11 yards more on his touchdown run than the Colts did during the entire 15 minutes. Back-to-back passes to Chris Sanders helped give the Titans a 158-57 advantage in yards gained during the period.
He looks for the quick throw, complete to Sanders, the 20, down to the 15-yard line. This is getting ridiculous. McNair rolls to the right, fires on the run, wide open Big Ten. Just puts his head down and gets to the 10.
The Colts fans were stunned and almost ready to throw in the towel. Behind on points, would their team be able to punch back in the fourth quarter? Tennessee started the fourth quarter with a 4-point lead and momentum to go ahead by 2 scores.
Well, the Tennessee Titans right now are the better football team, and the Colts have got to make a play. The ball is at the Colts' 11-yard line.
Big play. Third down, 4 yards to go, Titans. McNair, quarterback draw up the middle. Driving forward. He is very close to that first down.
That singular play has taken the Colts out of every blitz that they run because they're scared to death of that, and that's exactly what happened.
Depends on the spot of the ball here. They may measure. They may measure. They didn't give him as much yardage as we thought.
The crowd is so quiet, you certainly believe he's got it.
They're going to bring the sticks in, and he may not have it.
They stretch the chains. First down, Tennessee. First down! Titans have done a nice job to this point, but a long way to go, folks.
Faced with 1st and goal from the 6, the Colts defense stiffened.
McNair drops, looks in the middle of the field, has time, fires, ball tipped, nearly caught, but incomplete, intended for George. Dangerous looking play. Been so many balls tipped in that end zone today for Tennessee.
Once again, the Titans turned to Al Del Greco.
Del Greco from 25. He's 2 of 2 today. Snap, set, kick. He's 3 of 3. It's good. 12:57 remaining in the game. It's the Titans 16, the Colts 9.
The conference's top-ranked offense was unable to exploit Tennessee's young corners due to numerous dropped passes. Having watched their vaunted offensive weapons commit uncharacteristic mistakes, the fans awaited an awakening.
Well, so many times this year the Colts have found themselves down and been able to come back and find a way to win football games. You got to believe they can do it again today. 3rd down and 10, ball at the Colts 23. Manning takes a good snap, sets up, looks, stays in. Fires one deep down the sideline, intended for Jerome Payne, thought he can't.
That was the same catch that E.G. Green made earlier in the ball game. He extended himself, a tough catch.
I think the loss of E.G. Green has taken something out of this team. They really didn't play well on the offense after that break.
Jerome Pathon's drop reminded the Colts just how much they missed starting receiver E.G. Green. However, they could not afford to dwell on his absence for long. They would have to keep battling.
Well, the clock is an ally of Tennessee right now. The Titans lead 16-9. They've got the ball at their own 33. First down.
The Titans continued to pound Eddie George. Successive bruising carries by the back brought up another critical 3rd and short situation.
Crowd trying to get in it. They're waving those towels, and they're being great as always. 3 wide out to the right. McNair works out of the shotgun. They only need 4 yards. Watch McNair on a run here. The Colts showing blitz up the middle. Back off. McNair makes the snap. He's going to try to run. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. He got out close, but I think he's about half a yard short, maybe a yard, and they'll have to punt.
The Colts assigned 8 men, no other responsibility but to try to block the punt. The decision left minimal downfield blocking, meaning if Terrence Wilkins was to have a big return, he would be doing it mostly on his own.
For running him down at the 3-yard line.
They're saying on the sideline now that he may have stepped out of bounds. I think maybe Tennessee may challenge the call.
Johnny Greer is going to talk to Jeff Fisher.
While Fisher pleaded his case, the fans at the RCA Dome were encouraged by what they saw on the in-house replay.
Now the crowd doesn't think he stepped out of bounds, but the crowd doesn't have a call, and Johnny Greer is going to look at the challenge.
A second angle showed the same sideline that saved Terrence Wilkins a fumble in the first quarter, cost him a record-setting return in the fourth.
I think they're going to take it back to the 33-yard line. Here it comes, and this crowd is not going to like this. They are not going to like this at all.
After reviewing the play, the runner stepped out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
The difference in the play, obviously humongous. 64 yards difference. And as a player, too, this has got to hit you right in the kidney.
Well, you can tell. Just look at this crowd. Look what it's done to the crowd. It's deflated them.
And with 9:16 to go, you got to earn it. Tennessee leads 16-9, and the Colts have the ball at their own 33-yard line.
Things only worsened for the Colts as a pair of penalties left them facing a tenacious Titans pass rush on 3rd and 22.
Payton not going to have much time. The snap sets up, looks, pumps, fires down the middle, and he can't hold on to the ball. Oh my goodness, this is just not the Colts' day. It is not the Colts' day. When Marvin Harrison drops one like that, you can forget it. And right now, Tennessee is just simply outplaying the Colts by miles.
This game has gone exactly the way they wanted it. Low scoring in the first half, a big play to open the second half, and now they're in the lead and in control.
While the Colts' frustration mounted, the Titans continued their methodical offensive marches. A 19-yard Derek Mason punt return gave Tennessee a short field. 4 Eddie George runs and a 3rd down pass from McNair to Frank Wycheck moved them to the 28-yard line. Al Del Greco's 4th field goal would give the Titans a near insurmountable 10-point lead.
Snap, set, kick, winding its way down the field. How do you like that? Good!
And it's 19-9, Tennessee with 4:19 to go. And it looks like the Titans are going to enjoy a ride home unless the Colts can do something they haven't done all day. Score a touchdown.
That's the first time a tight end hadn't blocked you, and that's what happened.
I'm going to beat him all day.
I know.
I'm going to beat him all day. I'm going to beat him all day.
Well, just do it. Make the play.
Colts tackle Adam Meadows had kept Kearse at bay all game. But on a critical 3rd down, when Kearse couldn't get around Meadows, he simply went over him.
Who tipped that ball? The freak. Javon Kearse bats it down. And it's now 4th and 4 with 3:40 to play.
They need to get to the 47. Manning out of the shotgun. the snap, drops straight back, sets up, looks, protection is good. He stays in, fires it downfield. Edgerrin can't handle it. The high-powered offense has come screeching to a halt.
This is the first time this year that this offense has kind of shown their youth. They haven't executed, they haven't reacted to what Tennessee has done defensively, and still have time to snap out of it, but times are leaving here.
Hey, way to be a baller today. Way to be a baller.
This job. Way to play smart. Way to concentrate. Hey, but it ain't over.
Hey, I had that deep out when I saw him break to you in the...
Let's go get it. You know what I'm saying?
We score
keep
again,
our composure. We score again, we win this ball game. Let's go. Just keep going. Just keep going. Do what you gotta do. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Only good news for the Colts here. 3:34. They have 2 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. So this is by no means over. 1 first down puts you pretty close to ending the game.
No secret what you're going to see from the Titans now, is there, Mike?
I hope not.
And that is?
The Beast.
The Beast.
The Beast on the day. Eddie George, 23 carries, 159 yards.
That's an all-time record against the Colts in any playoff game.
Give Eddie George at left guard, got room. Oh, and he's down to the 37.
He just ran over a 305-pound man, hit him in the hole, and dropped him like a bad habit.
Eddie George continued to push forward. Averaging over 6 yards per carry, he had driven the Colts to the brink of playoff elimination.
And the Colts have to use their final timeout. And the Titan fans coming with a little Eddie here.
Yeah.
They're probably a couple thousand who somehow got their way in here. They have really been after it all day long.
Put him away, Eddie. Put him away. Put him away, Eddie. Let's do it right here.
3rd down and 3, Titans. The Colts are out of timeouts.
The only thing that could save them is a turnover of some kind. Eddie George, the tailback. Offset out of the left. They hand it to Eddie George. He lost the ball. Picked up by the Colts. There's your turnover. Now let's go get him.
The Colts get the ball back at their own 40 with 3:11 to go. And that was just a quarterback-running back exchange problem.
And couldn't tell. It looked like Eddie never really got the ball. The ball dropped out.
The Magic Manning gets another chance.
The Colts need to score a touchdown on this drive and score quickly. Then they need to recover an onside kick and get in position to kick a field goal at a time. Can Peyton Manning pull off a miracle? Passes by Johnny Unitas, an all-time Colts franchise record. Manning is about to throw his 40th now. Peyton out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, fires upfield, caught by Peyton, scrambles to the 35, first down. 2:28 to go.
Peyton Manning has led the Colts to 6 fourth-quarter comebacks. You got to make it as hard as possible.
Yes, you do.
Manning fires one upfield, caught by Wilkins. Wilkins tries to get upfield, gets to the 25. He's got a first down. That's the 2-minute warning timeout.
In just over a minute, Manning had moved the Colts 36 yards. 2 Titan offsides penalties pushed Indianapolis 10 yards closer to the goal line. But to retain any chance for victory, Manning needed to quickly cover the final 15 yards.
Minute and 56 seconds. There still is time to score and drive to the onside kick. But you got to score quickly. Offside again.
Tries again.
Manning's going to run. Up fake, 10, 5, touchdown! Peyton ran it in from 15 yards out.
There are 2 flags on the play. Titans were offside for sure, but is there another foul?
Offside. Number 90, defense, it's declined. Touchdown's good.
Once again, they go to the right side. They're running right at Javon Kearse.
Javon Kearse was about 8 yards offside. Yeah. When he was, Peyton ran right past him and then outran the safety.
Great job by Peyton. They just kind of quit on it. He beat the safety into the end zone.
Manning's touchdown was the Colts' first in 2 games and brought them to within 3 points. With a minute 51 remaining, the game's ultimate outcome would hinge on the results of an onside kick.
Now the special teams comes into it.
Music City Miracle sent them on their way to Indianapolis.
You don't think with the great breaks that Tennessee had last week that maybe something could go awry and maybe the Colts get a break here.
If the Titans recover, the game is over. And if the Colts were to recover the onside kick, they have Vanderjagt, who has 55-yard range, meaning they would only need about 20 yards. They got a minute 51. And the thing that just slays you is the Titans fumble that gave the Colts a chance. Huge onside kick coming. Kite will kick. It's a high one. It's caught by Nick Penn at the 41 of Indianapolis. Fielded cleanly. Tight ball.
Well, they played that the way you're supposed to play it. Frank Wycheck did not go for that football. Jackie Harris did not go for that football. They went to knock out the people who were coming to get the ball. Gave Thig Penn a chance to catch that ball and down it.
I'll tell you, he got steamrolled, but
held on to it.
Yancey Thig Penn's recovery secured the franchise's first trip to the AFC Championship game since 1979, when the team was still known as the Houston Oilers. But before traveling to Jacksonville, there was time to celebrate at the expense of Indianapolis.
This is our home! Our home! Get your tickets for next year! Get your PSLs, baby! We'll see you later! Yo, get out our home! Get out our home! See you next year! Get out our home! See you next year! Get out!
Still, the Titans' trash talking could not dampen the spirits of the Colts faithful.
this crowd standing and cheering. This has been a great season for the Colts. 13-3, AFC Eastern champions. It's going to go a glimmer to Tennessee today. They're going on to play Jacksonville with a chance to win the AFC.
Oh, yeah, baby!
Jeff Fisher led his team to a road playoff victory that seemed impossible to most outside the Titans family. But the outcome was not a surprise to the countless heroes who out-muscled the Colts in all the game's phases. Al Del Greco kicked a franchise playoff record 4 field goals. The defense held the Colts under 20 points for only the 4th time all year. And Eddie George carried a lion's share of the offensive load, finishing with a Titans playoff record 162 rushing yards.
Good job. Way to fight to the end. Good job. Good job, baby. Ain't nobody say it's gonna be easy. Yeah! Oh, brother, we fight one more day. Come on. Yeah! We'll take it next week. We'll take it next week.
We got hard, baby. Can't be hard.
Listen. Nobody except the people in this room and your fans thought we could do what we did. Nobody. And I told you this a while back. I said, if you keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground, anything can happen. And that's what you did. Hey, guys, we're not done. We're not done. Mr. Adams, we're in the Final Four. The Final Four. We're there. We got 2 left. Congratulations.
Anyway, I'm really proud of this group here. To go this far and do what you've done, it's been fantastic. On to Jacksonville, and I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Two more.
The victory improved Tennessee's record to 15-3, the best ever for a wild card team. It also earned the Titans the right to play Jacksonville for the AFC Championship. Now, the Titans had handed the Jaguars their only 2 losses of the regular season, and they defeated them again in the conference final to make their first trip to the Super Bowl.
Next week. Thank you. Come on. Let's do it again next week.